Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for mid-August 2024. We're going to jump right in here. You have this Make Your Mark card. It says, stick to a decision and don't allow any outside forces to sway you. Oh no, Aquarius making a decision, right? You have this Cosmic Catching card. It says, when what you've been waiting for is ready to be. Your patience is about to be rewarded. So there you go. Clearly, it's time to make a choice or make a decision. And let's see where this is. You have the Six of Wands, the Death card, and the Nine of Pentacles. The Six of Wands is like a victory or a success coming in for you. And so I feel for a lot of you that you could be heading towards like some sort of victory or some sort of success. Wouldn't worry about the Tower. Every single person has had the Tower again. So, clearly there could be some sort of like global Tower moment thing going on right now. But wouldn't even worry about it. On top of that, to me, the Tower with the Judgment card is the most powerful combination in the tarot, and you have both, right here. And so, those two together can represent having like a major revelation or a major light bulb moment that is coming in for you. You also have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is kind of like a spark of hope or a spark of inspiration. And so some of you, could be, you have that Cosmic Egg card, which says what you've been waiting for is ready to be. Your patience is about to be rewarded. So the Tower could be like the egg cracking, right? And you bursting out into the world. So the Six of Wands is a card of like a victory or a success. You have the Death card, so I feel like you're about to have a big change, clearly. I mean, Tower with Judgment, like I said, would be, a major wake-up call. It's not like a tiny little thing. This would be a, big new understanding or a major revelation. And so the Death card says that everything you believe to be true is dying. The king is dead underneath the Death card here, and the king being dead on the Death card represents the death of establishment. The reason I talk about this all the time is because we have Pluto going over the cusp of Capricorn and Aquarius, which is the death of establishment, that cusp right there. So I think for a lot of you that, you could be seeing certain things that have been established in your life undergoing a transformation, but you're stepping into a new time where there's like new things being established in your life. Again, this is not a bad thing. This is a good thing, hopefully. And, I don't know, it's up to you, right? Whether it's positive or negative. So, you can make it either. So I would obviously choose positive. You also have these two pillars back here from the moon. And the two pillars have the sun coming up between them. So a lot of you could be entering into like a period of time that's much more clear. I look at the sun coming up on the Death card as clarity, because usually when we're in a moon period, which maybe you've been in a period of like the moon energy, a period of a lack of clarity, fears, fantasies, illusions, mysteries, secrets, things like that. It's like now there's clarity coming into your life. You have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is, of course, all about being independent. So I kind of feel like you are putting yourself first a little bit. That's really the message I'm getting here. And this is probably not a bad thing, of course. I think you're taking care of yourself. The Nine of Pentacles is actually very giving. She has 3 pentacles over here and 6 over here. So she is willing to give 3 pentacles worth of energy to anything that comes her way, but she always keeps enough 6 pentacles for herself. So she makes sure that she is not giving from like empty cups, right? She makes sure that anything she invests in, it could be anything, love, business, money, spiritually, her health, pretty much everything. She makes sure that she is never over giving to the things that she's doing. She is also pre-Empress energy, and you have the Empress right here. So some of you could be, stepping into a period of abundance, or you're about to have more abundance. With the Six of Wands, you have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is a card of curiosity, and I think that we are definitely in a time of curiosity. So something, if anything is standing out to you, or if anything is making you curious, then I would look into it. I would be careful, by the way, of like a past person. We have Three of Swords. I feel like I said this to you in your last reading as well. Three of Swords, Tower, Judgment, Page of Swords, could be someone spying. So again, if you have a past person, I would just be careful of allowing them back into your life. With the Death card, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Definitely your fortune's turning around, things turning in your favor. So the Death card says the sun is coming up, and the Judgment card is kind of a card of these. It's not really a card of the sun is coming up, but it is a card of a change in your fortunes. And obviously, the sun coming up in your reading would suggest that your fortunes are changing. So things are getting better. You show up right here as well in the top corner. So whenever you show up as yourself, it kind of puts you in a position of power and strength, allows you to get what you want from the reading. So I do think that a lot of you are kind of finding success here with the Wheel of Fortune. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Cups. Make the decision. What did this card say? Make your mark. It says, stick to a decision and don't allow any outside forces to sway you. You're going back and forth between something. You always get this card with me. The problem for Aquarius, and I know I'm an Aquarius rising. I have Mercury right on my right on my AC right there as well. So I totally understand Aquarius energy. I'm born just a few days after the start of Aquarius, so right at the beginning of February. So I think that I totally get this, right? The daydreaming, thinking of something, imagining the future, but seeing the good things and the bad things that could happen if you enter into any situation. And again, this could be anything. This could be a relationship, a business, a career you want to start, a change that you want to make in your life. It's like you clearly have an idea with that Make Your Mark card, but I think that you need to find out what it's going to be. You can't just stay stuck in the kind of decision mode, going back and forth, thinking it's going to be good, thinking it's going to be bad, and not moving forward, right? I think it's time to make something your reality. Maybe that's a better way to verbalize this reading. Next, you have in the area of what's coming in for you, have the Storms card. It says cleansing. Three of Swords. Three of Swords is definitely a cleansing card. We'll talk about it in a minute. You have this motion card. This air card says motion. You are an air sign. The motion card there is card number 22. And 22 is like the master builder number. And, one thing I will say is that if you are in kind of like that master builder energy, it can be a little bit of a challenge. It's like not bad. It's just a lot of work, So I do think that some of you could be doing a lot of work. But the thing about 22 is that the work that you do is worth it. So if there is something that you're working on or that you're trying to rebuild, then, that kind of says that the work is worth it. You have the Hierophant. I feel like the Hierophant is talking about education in your reading. The Hierophant is the teacher, and that's really the message that I'm getting off of the card. He has to learn how to do something, or, he's teaching these two initiates in front of him how to do something. So, a lot of you could be in a period of learning or self-education. It's also a card of leveling up. He has these 3 stages to his crown, and they represent initiation, apprenticeship, and mastery. So they represent the 3 stages of initiation. And again, clearly, I think that this part of the reading, most of the reading, is kind of saying that you're looking to build something new in your life, and it could be anything. You have the Three of Swords. I kind of feel like the Three of Swords is talking about past heartbreak. It is raining on the Three of Swords, and it doesn't rain forever. You have that Storm card that said cleansing on it or whatever. So again, some of you have already, I kind of feel like you've already been through a storm, and now you are cleansing that out of your heart. The Three of Swords, we have to remove those swords from our own heart so that we can find success, or so that we can just heal. And it's all about forgiveness. So we have to, we don't have to forgive a person directly, and it doesn't even have to be love. It could just be a person that did you dirty. It could be in work or business or whatever. It could be multiple people as well. And the Three of Swords says it's time to heal your heart. Again, you have the Tower. Everybody's had the Tower this week, or during this set of readings, and even during the weekly readings for the week of the 12th, I think, of August. Pretty much everyone had the Tower, so clearly there could be some sort of global Tower moment. Every time this happens, I don't know, the last time this happened, the Queen died, right? So, the crown is falling off of the Tower. You have the Death card, the King is dead. I think the same exact thing happened last time when the Queen died. So, again, there could be some sort of global Tower moment that could involve a world leader stepping down. I predicted this again, a couple times ago that I predicted this, another world leader stepped down. So you never know. But what I would say here is that I feel that the Tower is tied to that Judgment card. I feel like you're about to have a major wake-up call or revelation, but this is more like an understanding. I don't think this is going to be anything dramatic, or we're going to clarify. I don't get the feeling that this is something dramatic or crazy or whatever, but I do feel that with this card here, that it is going to be motivating. I think that you are oh crap, I got to get moving on my 7 of Cups, right? And so I do feel that there could be some motivation here. With the Hierophant, you have the Hierophant. So basically, the universe saying I meant what I said. The universe is saying, learn as much as you can about the things that you're interested in, or it could be anything. It's if you're thinking about changing your business, learn about all the changes you can make. Mercury retrograde is the best time to learn something new, because you always learn faster, and you learn through mistakes as well, which is a good thing. So I think you should be learning as much as possible. With the Three of Swords, you have the Six of Wands again. So we have double repeating cards here, and then going this way. There's clearly you could be having a victory over a heartbreak, right? You could finally, the Six of Wands could say you are finally healing from the heartbreak, or you are finally kind of rising above it if you have had a heartbreak in the recent past. This might not even be the recent past though. Like, I kind of feel this is a collection of things, and it's like our heartbreak sometimes, like those traumas. I think they make us we kind of live those traumas in the future. We avoid things, or we avoid relationships, or we don't do certain things, and I kind of feel like that's what this is saying. Like, there's like science to prove that, but by the time you're 2 years old, you hear the word no like 6 million times or whatever it is. I don't know what the actual number is, but it doesn't matter. It's a lot. And so as we get older, we just think no all the time because we were 2 years old once. And really what you have to realize is you're not two any longer, right? I doubt there are very many 2-year-olds that watch Minnow Tarot. So I think that the Six of Wands is saying that you are overcoming those kind of mental restrictions that you put on yourself because of things that have happened to you. And that's what's healing. Can't make this up. With the Tower, you have the Judgment card. I knew those two were connected, so there you go. Major revelation, major wake-up call coming in for you in the middle of this month. And, I think it's going to be something that motivates you, like I said, with that motion card. I get more like motivation, not motion, on that card, so there you go. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this Promoter card. It says a new idea or project has great potential for success. You have the Slow card. It says making slow progress, but you're getting there. Yes, you might as well be a turtle here, Aquarius, but, could you make faster success? Maybe. But at the same time, I feel like you are making progress. I do feel like some of you are about to take a risk, or you have taken a risk or something. You have the Two of Wands here. We'll talk about that Two of Wands in just a second, but you have the Judgment card. It's like whatever this wake-up call is leading you to Empress status, and I kind of wonder if that's where this reading is going. I'm not confident enough to say that yet, based off of everything that's in this reading, but we'll see as we clarify. But I kind of feel that some of you are gaining, Empress status or having a glow up. Doesn't matter what gender you are either. With the Empress, I think, just being in a position of self-care, taking care of yourself, being able to create abundance, but also understanding chaos as well, which we'll talk about. But the Judgment card, these people are rising up out of these coffins, and they're being called to a new life. And so the Tower is about the total destruction of what was. The Tower is about embracing a new reality. Those people on the card are being brought back down to reality. And so a lot of you, again, are kind of like embracing a new reality here. You have the Empress. Again, I feel like not really, I don't know if this is a glow up, but, I think that some of you are being prepared for Empress mode, where, all she has to do is wave that scepter in front of her and she can create abundance. So you could be entering into a very abundant period of time. She has this waterfall back here, and this waterfall is actually connected to the Tower. The waterfall represents chaotic force. The whole point of it is that the Empress understands that the world is chaos, and she understands that there are always chaotic things that are happening in the world. She understands sometimes things work, sometimes things don't, and she isn't like sitting there worrying about it. She is sitting there creating abundance, right? So there might be a lot of things that are going on in the world or in your life, but it's like what can you do or what can you create in your life? Like, what abundance or what success or what beautiful thing can you bring into the world? I feel like I've said this to you before as well. I'm having like deja vu as I say that. And so I think that for a lot of you, it's saying like, what greatness can you bring to this world? And I think it's time to get started. You have the Two of Wands. I think you're about to take a risk. And that's kind of what I said earlier. He is needs to leave a comfort zone. He has his village down here. He is looking out at the world in front of him, but he's not looking at the world that he has in his hands. So I think that some of you are, like, maybe not this second, like today, but I think over maybe the next few months or next couple of years, you could be going to places that you've never been before, or, let's say you grew up in an area and you still live in the area. I think you could be moving somewhere else, right, in the future. Maybe not right now, but I do think the seeds are being planted right now, and that's what this is getting at, is that some of you over the next couple of years are going to be making some big changes. And, again, it's kind of like that level of change where you grew up somewhere and you're moving somewhere completely different. I'm not saying that's what all of you are doing. That's just an example. So a lot of you could be really stepping out of comfort zones, stepping into new worlds, literally, with the Two of Wands. With the Judgment card, you have the Star card, which is great. We want to see the star after the Tower in a reading. So whenever we have the Star comes up after the Tower, and the Star represents healing from a Tower moment or overcoming a Tower moment. So I think a lot of you could be overcoming some sort of Tower moment. With the Empress, you have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, Queen of Cups really wants you to follow your heart. So, for a lot of you, we go Hierophant down to this Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups, of course, could be love, but the Knight of Cups really is a card of your dreams or your dream. And the Star is also a card of your dream. So I think a lot of you are being asked to move towards some sort of dream or some sort of goal, wish, or dream or something that you're going to enjoy in life. And that's exactly what I would do here is follow your heart. With the Two of Wands, you have the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is a celebration. So again, if you are going this way, the Three of Swords could also be you just separating away from something that you've been doing. Three of Swords doesn't really have to be a heartbreak. It could be a move. You could be sad that you're moving away from a location, but you could be happy that you're meeting new people with the Three of Cups or whatever the case may be. You could be sad that you're leaving a job, but you could be happy that you're getting a job that's expansive or whatever. In the area of the good stuff, you have the Strength and Wisdom card. You also have the Stars card. It says a long journey brings rewards. Yes, if you have been on a long journey, it seems to me like it has been. The Seven of Cups could be like a mental journey where you've been going back and forth between multiple ideas, and it's now finally you are grounding something in reality. You start with the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles and the good stuff, of course, could represent financial security or financial abundance. But the Four of Pentacles could also say that, again, you are kind of grounding something that is very grounded in reality, and it could be anything. You have the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is a passionate new beginning, and it's also a card of desire. And the Ace of Wands wants us to move towards desire. The Ace of Wands is also out with the old and with the new. So I think for a lot of you, you could be starting something new or entering into a new time. And whatever this new time you're entering into is, I think it's going to be very successful for you. You have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups could be a knight in shining armor. Again, we don't see a ton of love here, so I'm not convinced that you are focused on love necessarily in this reading. But again, that doesn't mean that love isn't going to show up for you. But there could be a knight in shining armor coming in for you with the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is also your dream, though. So if you have a dream or if you've been dreaming of something with the Seven of Cups, the Knight of Cups would definitely say it's time to start planting those seeds here on Earth. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Yes, very independent, right? So Nine of Pentacles twice. How funny is it that I said that you're grounding the Seven of Cups on Earth, and there you go. You have the Nine of Pentacles, which is, over here as well. So I think you are definitely, grounding your heaven on Earth or trying to create a little slice of heaven on Earth with the Nine of Pentacles. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Hermit. Yeah, it's time to you've learned enough as well. It's yeah, you could still be learning, and there's nothing wrong with continued education, but what I would say is Hierophant to the Hermit, too many H's right there. Those two cards together kind of say okay, you've learned enough, now it's time to come down from the mountain, it's time to express yourself into the world, or it's time to, get started on whatever you've been learning about, and you're ready. So I kind of feel like this is just saying you're ready. With the Knight of Cups here, you have the Sun. Are you kidding? Didn't we talk about the Sun? Yes, on the Death card. So the Sun is clearly coming up. And by the way, if you want love, this could be a connection that has a lot of happiness and joy connected to it. You have the Sun and the Star, which is fame and fortune. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to become famous, but it is very good for getting attention. So for any of you that are thinking about starting social media, or if you have a job that is public facing, the Sun and the Star is very good. You have this hand card. It says, in need of help, assistance, or guidance. Yeah, don't be afraid to ask for help. That's it. You have this younger man card. It says, dealings or relationships of the younger man. You have this wreath card. It says, sorrow over a loss. So some of you could have had the loss of a connection with a younger man. And, the funny thing is, I feel if you are attracting someone, that you definitely are attracting someone who is significantly, I'm getting the word significantly more mature. So you could be attracting a much more mature person. They could be older. They could, and I also feel like they probably have a lot of knowledge and wisdom based off the Hierophant. I mean, you could be attracting a Hierophant, it could be a Taurus, it could be any sign, but, Hierophant could be a spiritual teacher or a person who, has those kind of sky high ideas that they bring down to earth. But, one thing I will warn you about with the Hierophant is, again, if you're attracting a person like this, it's like, look for the evidence. Like, if they say something, do they do it? Because there's like two types, right? There's one type that has the big dreams, but they don't bring them down to earth, and then there's the other type that does actually bring it down to earth. So there you go. You have this success card, and that could be for you as well, Aquarius, by the way, that message. It's like, you have these sky-high ideas, but you need to kind of have success with them here on earth, and I do feel that there could be a lot of success coming in for you. You have this torch card. It says spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Again, you could be becoming a spiritual teacher, or you could be just gaining these new insights, tower, judgment, major revelation. So clearly that could be happening for you. You have this teapot. It says deep friendship with someone of the same sex. You could be meeting new people, new friends, two wands, getting out into the world, and these people could be very helpful for your journey. But this is one heck of a reading, Aquarius. Probably one of the better ones I've seen in a while. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.